Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures of different tiles, and the reason I want to show you these tiles is because most of these are discontinued, and most of them have been discontinued long enough that there's no inventory left. So if you're buying a house, you want to have an idea of what you're looking at. This is one of the harder ones to find. This is called Homestead, and they discontinued this about 25 years ago. And one of the main reasons they discontinued it was because it was very fragile. So if you have Homestead on your house, and you're going to buy that on that house, and you're going to consider buying it, you better plan on replacing all the time. This is Steveko, and this is a round turret, and I hate round turrets. They're asking you to put a square peg in a round hole. But if you see one of these, there should be an upgraded underlayment below it. There should be at least a granular surface underlayment, because at this point it's considered decoration. It's not considered a roof. This is another picture of Steveko. And in 2008, when everything went haywire, the Steveko plant shut down. It's a very interesting tile, and nobody else could mimic this look because of the way it was made. Their equipment was probably 70 years old. And instead of compressing like the equipment today, the cement comes out on a mold and it goes through a process, and it actually compresses it down. It came out on a mold, and it had a bar and it just scraped it back, so it wasn't compressed. So it was very fragile tile. They're trim pieces. They had a guy with a wheelbarrow in a mold and cement it, and they handmade all the trim. You hear me talk a lot about dead valleys, and that section to the right is a dead valley. When they get clogged up with material, it can create a lot of problems. So if you got a lot of debris or pigeons, bird issues, you want to stay on top of keeping them clean. This is another discontinued tile. This is the Hanson S tile. So if you see that on a roof, beware. And this is a discontinued clay two-piece tile. Here's just some pictures of, this is Mexican tile, and Mexican tile is very fragile. You cannot walk on it. So if you have Mexican tile and you got to get up and replace the tile on it, you actually have to pull a pathway all the way up to it, replace the tile, and then work yourself back off. So it gets very expensive to do any repairs on Mexican tile. And it's, again, considered decoration because it's not waterproof. If you take a piece and pour water on it, it'll eventually soak all the way through it. So it's required to have upgraded underlayments too. This is Live Tile. The Live Tile plant was down in Casa Grande, and then Monterey and Live Tile merged, and they shut that plant down. So that is an old flat Steveko. It's a real small tile, and there's a picture of a roof with it. And this is called Cedarlite. It's a lightweight. If you see this on a roof, it's very, very fragile. It's lightweight concrete, and because it's lightweight concrete, it's required to have 2 fasteners per tile. And anytime you drive a lot of fasteners through concrete tile, it stresses it. This is a composite. It comes in a panel about 4 foot wide. You can walk on this, but it's a discontinued item too, so it's hard to find it. This is called Duntex. It used to be made here in town, but that plant's been gone for about 30 years. So there's none of that's available anymore either. And this is a Gila. It's actually a clay tile. I love this tile, but you can't get it anymore.